ho, ho. Hello there. Well, now we have a book for you. Elf number one, please.
Here you go, Santa. Now I gotta get to the workshop.
Thank you, Elf number one. This one is called The Christmas Tree Farm, and it's by Anne Permel and illustrated by Jill Weber. And here's a picture of it. Oh, I'll turn a little bit here. Oh, oh. The Christmas Tree Farm. Grandpa and I sit on the seat of his tractor. We drive along the path that winds through the woods filled with Christmas trees. There are spruces, pines, and firs. Some of these trees are older than Grandpa. It is November and snow sprinkles the ground. The air is cold. It nips my nose. We wear warm coats, hats, gloves, and boots. Grandpa points to a tree with bushy branches. We climb down. This is a good Scotch pine, he says. Grandpa and I pull safety glasses over our eyes. The chainsaw starts with a roar. Grandpa holds the whirring blade to the bottom of the tree, cutting through the trunk. Wood chips fly and the tree topples over. Grandpa switches off the saw. It is quiet except for the cawing of crows. He holds the pine by its trunk and he shakes it. Dry needles fall to the ground. Grandpa drags the tree to the wagon behind the tractor. 1, 2, 3. We lift the tree together into the wagon. Back on the tractor, Grandpa nods at a Douglas fir with short, soft needles. We add it to our load. We cut trees all afternoon. My gloves are sticky with pine sap and the smell tickles my nose. By dinner time, the wagon is full of trees for people who cannot cut their own trees. The day after Thanksgiving, Grandpa unlocks the door to the tree hut where customers pay for their Christmas trees. He switches on the lights strung across the fence by the road. The Christmas Tree Farm is open for the holidays. Most people tramp through the woods until they find a Christmas tree that looks just right to them. They cut down that tree and carry it to the tree hut, where we collect their money and offer them Christmas cookies baked by Grandma. Keep your tree in a cool place until it comes in. Shake it so the dead needles fall off. Cut off a thin slice of the trunk so it will get lots to drink. Put it in the stand and make sure it always has lots of water. People drive from everywhere to buy their Christmas trees from Grandpa. He loves to talk about trees. He gives tips on how to keep them fresh at home. Grandpa talks as he pulls each tree through the baler. The tree comes out the other end covered with a net that holds the branches close to the trunk so it's easier to tie it to the roof of the car. Bye, thanks. Most people do not know Christmas tree farming is year-long work. In the spring, a truck delivers hundreds of seedlings that are not much bigger than Grandpa's hand. The seedlings have many enemies. There are insects, diseases, rabbits, and deer. We lose many seedlings, so we must plant more than will ever grow into trees. Grandpa, Dad, my sister Emily, and I plant the seedlings in straight rows. Each row is about 6 feet from the next. We leave enough space so we can drive a tractor with back-end blades between the rows, turning up the soil so weeds don't hurt the young trees. By summertime, the trees are wild and shaggy with new growth. Under the hot sun, we trim and prune and shape the trees. When we are done, they look like a real Christmas tree. Oh, and he's saying, ta-da! In the fall, we measure and tag the trees. Grandpa uses a wooden pole painted with different color rings. The poles show how tall a tree is, so we know how much it will cost. A tree as tall as the orange ring is 4 feet tall and gets an orange tag. Blue means 5 feet. A tree that has 6 feet gets a red tag. The tallest trees are marked with yellow tags and are 7 feet and up. It takes more than 15 years for a Christmas tree to grow that tall. It is no surprise that trees with yellow tags are the most expensive. Grandpa closes the tree hut early on Christmas Eve. I count the money while he oils and hangs the saws until next year. This is the day when aunts, uncles, and cousins come to Grandpa and Grandma's house for an old-time tree trimming party. In the backyard, we decorate the blue spruce with strings of popcorn and cranberries, birdseed wreaths, and stars of soot. We stand at the window and watch the birds feast in the glow of our Christmas tree. The animals are all eating it. So, there we go. And they talk about here the different types: the Colorado spruce, Virginia pine, Scotch pine, Fraser fir, Norway spruce, white pine, Douglas fir, and balsam fir. Just a couple of varieties of different trees that are used for Christmas trees. And there's also a little information on the back about Christmas trees too, but I'll let you look at that on your own time. We hope you enjoyed that story, and we'll look forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye for now.